Hello. So I wanted to make a video to talk to you about uh, just a little bit of everything that's going on. So I know that all of you know a lot about COVID things because of where you work. I'm sure that they talk to you about this stuff all the time, but I wanted to let you know about programs that can help you, um, whether it's with money problems or if it's just you're having a hard time mentally with everything that's going on, because I know that you guys are at work a lot and so you have a lot of stress, right? You're very stressed, and so I wanted to go over some things that could help you. But first off, I wanted to talk about election things. So I just wanted to remind you that if you can vote, um, the the election day in United States is November 3rd, but you can vote before then, right? Because you could have been sent a mail-in ballot, or if you didn't get one, you can also vote early. So in Utah, you can vote early or you can vote on November 3rd. So if you go to this website, vote.utah.gov, it will show you um, all of the information that you need. So you can click on something like, how can I vote? Like you need to know, okay, how am I supposed to vote? You click on it and they'll ask you for your address because they want to know what area you are in so they know exactly where you need to go. So if you don't know where you can vote, you don't know if you're registered to vote, you can also find my voter registration info, which means can just means look up if I'm registered, meaning I'm signed up to vote. You can register to vote, except I think that you can't register to vote online anymore. You were supposed to do it before October 23rd, but if you go on November 3rd, you can register to vote at the same time and vote. You also can go to this page. I know some of the stuff, it's weird in the United States because they focus on who the president is and that really big election, but there's a lot of stuff on the ballot that's like, what is this? What does this mean? You know what I mean? Like, who are these people? I haven't heard anything about them. So you can learn about, right here, learn about candidates and issues, which just means you can learn about if they are making amendments to the Utah Constitution, which just means are they making changes in the Constitution for the state of Utah, not the United States Constitution, right? But the one for Utah. And again, you put in your address so they give you the correct issues that are happening and that they're being talked about. So that's a little bit about voting. Um, so do that if you can. Um, that would be great. If you can't, that's okay. You know, you do, like, just you do you. It's okay if you can't vote. Sometimes it feels hard because you feel like you don't have control over things that are happening. But if you're interested in gaining citizenship, so you can vote, that's great. If you don't want citizenship and you're just wanting to live here for now, that's good too. There are other ways, you can help change things that are happening, besides voting. So the other things that I wanted to talk about are um, what we call financial assistance. So finance or financial just means money. And some of the things that we have to help you with, if you're struggling paying your bills or things like that, there are some things that um, the state of Utah will help you with. So this first one is called Home Energy Assistance Target, meaning HEAT program. So this is something that the government will help you pay for your home energy costs, which just means paying for heat, paying for air conditioning, paying for water, just the stuff that everybody thinks that everybody has access to all the time in the United States. So water, uh, electricity, you know, heat, air conditioning, all of that stuff. So this is something that you can apply for, and you can get money to help you pay for these things because but there's certain these things called eligibility requirements. That's what this word is right here. Eligibility requirements for heat assistance. So these words, eligibility is like eligible, right? And that just means who can and who cannot. That's all it means. And then the requirements is you have to have these things for heat assistance or help paying for your energy bills. So they're right here. It says the total household income is at or below 150% of the federal poverty level. The household is responsible for paying home energy costs. The household contains at least one US citizen or a qualified non-US citizen. So if you're not a US citizen, you can still get help with paying for this stuff. You just have to, verify that they have certain requirements, right? They have certain things that you have to do. So a lot of these government pages have a lot of big words, and they're kind of hard to use if you don't understand everything exactly. So if you do need help filling out this, I can help you. You can just call me or text me, and I can help you, figure everything out and fill it out the way that you need to. Um, and then, but yeah, so you just apply. You can apply online, meaning you can apply over the computer, or you can go to a local heat office, which is the offices where you can go if you're having trouble, filling it out. You don't know if you can do it. You can go to these places, these addresses, and it gives you the county that you live, right? So most of us are in, Salt Lake, Tooele County. Some of you, I don't know if any of you guys live in like Davis County, or, Utah, Wasatch County. So you just find the county that you live in, which I think most of you live in Salt Lake County. Then this would be the office that you would go to. The next one that I wanted to talk about is paying rent. So this says struggling to pay rent. So if you are having a hard time paying your rent for your house, there is a Utah Housing Assistance Program. So it can help you if you cannot pay your rent and utilities because of things that are happening with COVID. So they have requirements, right? So combined gross income at or below 100% area median income. What does that even mean? So in English, so for combined means like together, meaning everybody in your house together. Gross income means total income. It means all of the money that is paid to you. So the combined gross income is at or below all of the area that you live in. So the government tracks what the median or average, or what the most people have as their income, the money that they get. And if you're below that, then you can get help with rent. Or if you experienced a loss of income or financial hardship related to COVID-19. So if you lose your job because of COVID, if your work had to, if they, laid people off, meaning if they didn't fire people. There's a difference in English between being laid off and fired. Fired is when a company tells you to leave because it's something you did. When you're laid off, it means that the company just can't pay you anymore. They can't afford to pay you your salary or your income. So they make it so you don't work there anymore. So it's the same as firing, that you can't work there anymore. But being laid off is not something that you did. It's just something the company decided to do. And being fired is something that the company thinks you did. So if you get laid off, if you have money problems, if somebody in your family can't work anymore because they got sick or because they are high risk, right? If they are somebody who, if they get COVID, they would probably die, so they had to stop working, that's another reason that you can apply for assistance. So you can also go to a office to apply for this, to apply for assistance. So all of these are listed here, and this is called rentrelief.utah.gov. So this in this corner right here is where you go. And also it's handy because they have this page. If you are still having trouble, you can select a language up here in the corner. So you select a language, and let's just do Spanish. Where are you, Spanish? Here. Spanish. Woo! It's all in Spanish now. So you can change the language. Most government websites will have a language selection. If you speak Swahili, they got it in Swahili. If you speak Sudanese, they got it in Sudanese. So it has a lot of languages, and if you are needing help with this, you can, select a language. So the next one that I wanted to talk about is, I'm sure that most of you guys are okay with like testing because you should have health insurance with, if you're a full-time employee, you should have health benefits. But if you do not have health benefits and you don't have health insurance, then sometimes getting tested can be kind of weird. So you can, there's lots of different testing locations, but I just wanted to show you the part if you or somebody you know does not have health insurance. So if you are uninsured, meaning you don't have health insurance to help you pay for medical bills, and you are a US citizen and a Utah resident, they still won't make you pay for the test, because the government will help you pay for it. But if you are uninsured and you are not a US citizen or you're not a Utah resident yet, then there are places that will give you the COVID test for free. So if you, and this says, if you need help finding a location that provides free testing, please call the Utah Coronavirus Hotline, which is right here. Usually they'll have people that can speak Spanish or another language. So you can say, I feel more comfortable talking in this language. If you only want to talk in English, that's fine too. But you call this phone number right here. Or you can, it's called chat. It's where you talk to somebody online. But yeah, so you can, even if you are not a US citizen or you're not a Utah resident, which I think all of you are, you're all Utah residents, and you don't have health insurance, you can go here. So that's if you need it or if somebody you know needs it. And then the next thing I wanted to talk about is unemployment insurance. So if you or somebody you know ends up, you know, losing their job, losing your job, you can file for unemployment. That just means you're sending in an application, right? The little papers you fill out to get money to help you pay for things while you're looking for a job. And the last thing that I wanted to talk about is mental health resources. So this is just things that can help you if you're struggling. I know that you guys are working a lot more. You already worked really hard before, but you're working a lot more. You have to do more. Um, Things are a lot more serious because of the patients in the hospital, right? They're all cancer patients and getting cancer treatment. So they don't have good immune systems, right? So they get sick easily. So your work is like, you just have a lot to deal with. And so I wanted to talk about this. So I'll just start by reading this. You can pause the video and read this on your own, but I'll just start by reading it. So it is normal to feel uncertainty, worry, or stress because of social distancing, financial strain, distance learning, or other life adjustments. So what does this first sentence mean? So it is normal to feel uncertainty, meaning, you don't know what is going to happen. Worry, that's easy, worry and stress, it means the feeling of like, I don't know what's going to happen. You can't relax, you can't feel calm. And it's normal to feel these because of, you're not able to see family and friends because, financial strain, meaning you are stressed out because of your money, you don't have enough, or, you're not getting things paid for because of, job loss or things like that. Distance learning, this one applies to you guys too. If you are stressed out because of like learning English is way harder um, for you now because I can't talk to you and you can't talk to me. If you're stressed out about that, that's okay. Like that's totally normal. And other life adjustments. So for other things that are happening, meaning if somebody passes away, which passes away is a way that we say dies. If somebody dies, pass away and die is the same thing. Pass away is just a little bit less of a it's a little bit nicer sounding. It means the same thing though. But if you know somebody that has died, or you have a family member, somebody that you really care about that has died, that's another thing to really make you not feel good and to be really stressed. So this says taking care of your mental health, right, is just as important as taking care of your physical health. So what this is saying is, physical health is about just your body. Mental health is about your brain and what you're thinking. So they're just saying it's important the same way that we take care of our bodies, right? Like we exercise, we eat healthy food. We have to do the same thing for our brains, right? And it's a little bit different. So positive well-being and looking for the good in things in your life can help you stay mentally healthy during the COVID-19 outbreak. So, they're just saying, positive well-being. Positive is good, right? Negative means bad. Positive well-being and looking for the good in things is like remaining, this word in English we use is optimistic. Optimistic is like meaning you are looking at things in a way that things may be bad, but you can find the things that are good, right? So um, if so for example, for me, it's sad that I can't see my family a lot, or I can't see my friends a lot, but I can look on the bright side and be like, okay, at least by not seeing them, I'm helping to protect them, right? So that's like what they're talking about. Um, And they're saying that here are some mental health strategies and resources you may find useful at this time. So mental, I wonder if I can zoom in on this. Yeah, here, I'll zoom in on it because I know some of you have a hard time seeing. But here are some mental health strategies and resources you may find useful at this time. Meaning, you know, mental health strategies, which means like plans to deal with things, to work with things, and resources, right, is things that you can use to help you. So this is just saying, you know, how are you feeling? Take a mental health assessment and find resources in your area ready to help. So that just means like, okay, what's you click on this and it is going to, it's going to the page. So you do this like anonymous, meaning they don't know who you are, assessment. So you select the county that you live in, and you take this, you know, thing. So they have lots of resources for you to educate yourself. If you have questions, you can get informed. They also have this here where it's like health treatment locator, meaning this will help you. So I'll click on Salt Lake. That this is like oh, it's in Sudanese. It's like what's happening? So you see, like you can change it, you know, now it's in Spanish. So you can change the languages, but this is through my Google Translator. So but this is oh no, not Arabic. Okay. So no. Okay, yeah, we got English. So this are like the places that you can go to help you work through things if it's becoming difficult and you can't do it on your own. So there's also this, we'll go through and read this. So there's help for adults, help for kids, and additional resources, meaning there's more things that you can look up. But here are to recognize, it says recognize the signs of stress. So this just means like how recognize, the word recognize means like how do you figure out what the signs of stress are? How do you, you know, like we can use in a sentence, I recognize my friend, means you see them and you're like, oh, that's my friend. So recognizing the signs of stress is like, this is stress, you know what I mean? So this is behavioral, physical, emotional thinking. So stress, what are signs of stress? So behavioral, it means how you act. So if you have difficulty helping others or taking help from others, increase in irritability or worrying, not wanting to talk or be with others, difficulty relaxing or sleeping. So all of these mean, you know, are signs of stress, which we've all had before, but I'm sure that with everything that's happening, how much work you're doing, life things that happen, it's all kind of happening at once. So if you have difficulty helping others or taking help from others, means it's hard for you to help another person, or it's hard for you to let other people help you. Increase in irritability or worrying means that you just feel just any little thing just bothers you. Like it's just, it either makes you angry or it makes you like start thinking like, oh my gosh, like I don't know what's gonna happen. Not wanting to talk or be with others, meaning you also call this isolating yourself, that kind of thing, or difficulty relaxing or sleeping. If you are having a hard time to just, you know, sit down and be like, okay, I'm just not gonna think about it. If you can't do that, or if you have a hard time sleeping, it's another sign of stress. Physical, headaches or other pain. Now, this one's kind of hard because I feel like in your guys' job, something's always in pain. Like your feet hurt from standing, your back could hurt because you pulled a muscle. But if you just feel just really bad all the time, headaches, that kind of stuff. Changes in appetite, meaning you start eating differently, you get scared easily. This is easily startled. Startled means like you get scared. Stomach aches. When I get stressed, I get this really sharp like stomach ache in my stomach and it hurts really bad. And so I kind of have to do this like breathing thing where I just focus on breathing and it helps it feel better. Emotional, feeling anxious, right? So we know the word feeling anxious is like nervous. Like you're just like, I can't be calm. I can't think about anything else. I'm only thinking about the bad things. Feeling angry, feeling sad or depressed, right? Not caring about anything. So those are some of the signs of stress. Now, thinking, you could be feeling confused. You could have difficulty remembering things because you're thinking about so much. Difficulty concentrating or paying attention. That's another one. Or difficulty making decisions, meaning it's hard for you to decide on things to do, right? You are having trouble trying to be like, okay, I need to do this now, and now I do this. That's one of the signs. And it says, there's do these things to feel better. There's one for mental health resources for mom, which is like, this is for like women who have children or have like postpartum depression and things like that. Postpartum depression is when women feel, I don't know if any of you have had this, but like you feel depression after you have your baby. But here are some things to help you feel better. So it says seek information from legitimate sources and limit your time you spend on news and social media. So this is the first one that I did with everything is I don't get on social media. And when I'm looking for news, I make sure I get news from places that aren't trying to get me to support certain things or think about certain things. So I usually look at things like PBS News. That's the public broadcasting for the United States. It's paid for by the government. It's not paid for by like companies or anything like that. So if I need news, I usually talk to or watch local news, or if I'm looking at national news, I don't spend too much time on it. I just do it to figure out what's going on, and that's it. So it says, take care of yourself first, then you can help others. Now I know this one's hard because sometimes it's like, oh, I need to get this done. I need to help this person. Like we want to help people. I think all of you are very, very nice and you're always wanting to help other people. I mean, that's what your job is. You're helping people all day. But you need to remember that you can't help people if you're not safe and taken care of. This one, it says get at least 30 minutes of exercise or physical activity every day. This one's kind of hard because you guys are doing stuff that's physical all day long. You're using your bodies all day long at work. So this one's like, oh, I get exercise at work. But sometimes I think it helps if like to take a walk or something where it's not like you have to do it, but it's something that's going to help you take your mind off things. So do things that help you relax, deep breaths, stretching, meditation, a short walk, reading or listening to music. Spend time with your household family in positive ways, meaning, if you have people that live with you, do something fun that everybody wants to do. But also get some alone time. If you need to be alone, be alone. If you want to do something that's like makes you happy, right? Like if it's like, I just really want to go get a coffee right now, go do that. Go get a coffee for yourself, When it feels like you have too much to do, take small breaks during the day. So if you feel overwhelmed with work and things like that, just be like, okay, I'm going to take some time to just take a little break for like 5 minutes and just restart, right? Just get all the stress out. This one says ask for support, including professional support if needed. Asking for help is a sign of strength. None of us can do this alone. Meaning, if you need to talk to a doctor about the things that are happening to you mentally and how much you're struggling, that's okay. When we ask for help, it's showing people that we know that we can get better. We just need the help of other people. We trust other people to help us, right? So it's okay to ask for help from a doctor, right? You would go to a doctor if you broke your leg. If you are struggling mentally to just get through every day, if that's really hard for you, that's the same as like having a broken leg. You can't do the things that you need to, and so it's okay to ask a doctor for help. So these are has a list of places um, to go to, and they have videos on things um, to help. But these are places to go to, doctors to see if you need help. So just let me know if you guys are feeling overwhelmed. Overwhelmed meaning you just feel like too much is going on. If you need a break, if there's something I can do with my lessons to help you, whether it's like I want to just have all my lessons be reading lessons, or I just want to, whatever you want, just let me know.